know from time, Brody. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get him on, and yeah, let's welcome Trim. Trim in the building.
What's up?
Wait.
What are you doing, bro? This guy's crazy.
I'm excited, honestly, man.
It's so funny. He was telling him, Razor was gassing me because I was getting ready, and then Trim was saying, "Don't say that because what did you say? It's what he can't say yes."
Yeah.
Nah. We're not doing that.
That's funny, man. That's so funny. Yeah.
I don't know.
Be original.
You're too masculine.
What you mean?
Too masculine.
Lie, bro. Like, if a girl's doing bits, I'm like, yo, man's looking all right. What? Who's coming today? What man you trying to like? Oh, you know what I'm saying? Man's not coming in with the yes, nah, bro.
So yeah, let's start
and just introduce yourself, Trim. You know, what do you do quickly, just for the viewers, you know, all of that.
Cool. My name is Tremont Trim. I'm an actor. I'm a spoken word artist. I'm a model. I'm a writer, and yeah, I think I'll keep it there. That's what we do.
Calm.
Do it anymore, or are you just like trying to keep it like humble?
Humble.
Nah, do the thing, man. Say what you do.
That's the majority of what I do, really. So, yeah, that's cool. I mean, if people can see the socials and stuff, and then tune into more of like what I may dive into and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Your first guest of the new year,
Thank you.
we appreciate you coming on, taking the time as well, last minute as well. So
thank you for having me, man.
And of our whole podcast as well. You're first.
So queer man, what's the episode about today, man? What are we doing?
So today's episode, we are going to be doing the glamorization of toxic relationships.
Damn.
Yeah. Interesting. He wants to start. Because I can start.
Yeah, I would actually want to hear what you had to say. I'm intrigued.
Do you know what? Like, I feel like this generation, in general, I feel like toxic relationships are seen as, they're just like praised so much. Like, people are proud to speak about how unhealthy they are. And like, I just feel like it's not cute. It's not cute to be a crazy girlfriend. It's not cute to have communication issues. Like, it's really not cute. All these things that are normalized in our society are really toxic. For example, yesterday, I saw this. Someone put this on their Snapchat story. It says, you know those new things that people are doing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So the girl says, did you see?
Yeah, I saw it still.
The girl says, this is so funny. She says, if you don't want me, just say that and I'll leave you alone. You obviously don't want to fuck with me, so just leave me. So just let me know. Let me know what's up. And he said, shut the fuck up. And then she says, okay. And they walk off in love.
Oh my God.
And someone put that on their story. And I messaged him saying toxic. And he said, I'm trying to change. And it's like,
how are you trying to change?
That's glamorizing toxic relationships. Like, you're saying this is what happens, and that is so real. Like, that happens all the time. Like, where a girl's insecure about a relationship and the guy's thinking, shut up, like, what do you mean? Like I like you. And she's like, all right, cool, whatever. That is so normal and it's not healthy.
It's like when you're like, can I come to your house? I'm like, I don't know, maybe if you want to. I'm like, what is that, man? Why?
Wait. Question. Am I toxic if I ask a girl, or if a girl asks me like, like, can I come over? It's like, yeah, if you want to. Am I toxic for saying yeah if you want to?
I don't think that's toxic.
Okay.
But I just feel like, tell me if you want to see me or not. Like,
you can come true if you want.
Yeah, but what do you mean if you want? Like, do you want to see me or not? Do you think that's toxic, Rezo?
Yeah.
I don't know, it might be.
Do you know what it is, yeah? I feel like it, like, for me, personally, I don't mind it, but then there's times I'm just like, come on, man. I'm saying I want to come through. It's like I say I want to come through, yeah? And it's like, I Actually, I don't want to vent about my thing, you know. I don't want to vent like, but it's not a venting thing. But I'm just saying in general. Like sometimes you will be like, oh, I want to come true. Should I come true? Like, oh, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm just like, and then you feel like, why? Why? Just give me the energy. Should I come? Should I not come?
Yeah, I can't like that. Actually, could be toxic because like, why can't we be straight up about what we want to do? And if you want to see me, why do you have to go around these corners and say, oh, if you want, do you want to see me or not? What does that mean to you? Saying if you want.
To me?
Yeah.
So what if I say like, if I ask a girl like, oh, you want to come over? She says, yeah, cool. Like, is that what you're saying?
If she asks you,
mm-hmm.
if she asks you, like, can I come over or do you want to do something today? And then you say like, yeah, if you want. Like, what does that mean to you? Like, what are you saying?
Cool. Maybe I might not word it like that, but I may say, yeah, that's cool. But I won't, like, by me saying that, I'm not mad if you don't come or if we don't do anything. Like, I'm not gonna feel some type of way if you can't make it or whatnot. If you can, that's cool. That's great. If not, that's cool too.
From a girl's perspective, yeah. If a guy said, does that happen to you guys? Like, if a girl says, yeah, if you want.
I've had some females give me medium like energy where I'm like, all right, I don't know what I'm doing now. Like,
and how does that make you feel?
I just go with the flow. I just like, okay, cool. That I'll think of something or I'll come over but like I'll read the room once I get there or the energy when I get there or when we meet. That makes sense.
Do you not get put off though? Because sometimes for me, sometimes if I see that type of thing, I just like, I'm not sure now. I'm not sure what to do. I still might be true, but then
Word. I mean, I hear that, but I feel like because sometimes the way how some people like text and whatnot is different to how they actually talk in real life. So sometimes like it can be somewhat misleading, or as well, there could be other factors behind, like say if she was just talking and she had like a bad day or something like that, and that's when she just thought, okay, yeah, cool. That has nothing to do with me. That's something that she's dealing with her day. So like, I'm not always at the forefront in regards to these type of situations. So I kind of just, like I said, I move accordingly and I just like read the room.
I have two opinions about that. Because also it could just be like you might be the type of person that's just like doesn't really not care about company because you should want to see your partner or whatever, your ting or whatever. But it might be a day where you just don't mind having company or you do mind. So it's like, oh yeah, if you want, you can come. Like it'd be nice if you come, but if you don't, like it's cool type of thing. And also I feel like it could be an insecurity on the other person's part as well. Because it could be just like, why do you feel? They said if you really want to come. Why do you feel so? Like, do you know what I mean?
Like, we do it as well. To be fair, like sometimes I'll be like, I can't lie. I might be a hypocrite with saying this, but like sometimes I'll be like, if you want. But then, from my thought process, I'm just thinking sometimes like, I don't want to stress you in it. It's not. I don't want to bother you. It's not my force to come. You know what I mean? I want to.
But why are you bothering me if I'm telling you that I'm asking you if I should come? That's not bothering me.
Well, sometimes you just don't want to like put pressure because sometimes you put pressure. It's just
put pressure. We want pressure. We want pressure. We want security. We want security. We don't want no. Oh, if you want type of. We want come through. We don't want no half-hearted. Yeah, come if you want. If you don't like, we want security. We want security. So that's what we.
You saying that now, yeah? What? So for you, Aquila, yeah, as a woman, what do you think actually makes a toxic relationship?
Two insecure people.
Too insecure. Yeah, go into more depth.
I feel like let's give an example. For example, a woman can be insecure, and then like the picture, she might not feel wanted. She like in her relationship, her man might not actually be doing anything wrong. Yeah, he might just be there chilling. Like, okay, cool. Let me go back a bit. Cool. A woman, she might not feel secure in a relationship for no reason. yeah, just because of her own self, because of her own insecurities, and that could make her partner feel inadequate because it's like, what am I doing? Oh, am I gone?
No, you're good. You're good.
It's a circle on my thing. Okay, that might
Just
make
keep talking.
okay, that might make a man feel inadequate because it's like, what am I doing? Like, what am I, like, how much I need to give to you for you to know that, like, why do you still feel like that? But it's like, it's not about the guy, it's about the woman, because she's insecure with herself. She doesn't feel secure in the relationship just because she has trust issues. She's insecure about who she is. And yeah, that part is a woman's part. On a man's part, a man can be very insecure and he might not want to open up in his relationship. He might feel like, you know, he doesn't trust people and he just is very closed and not open.
Might not want to open up. Okay.
Might just be very closed and very like doesn't know how to communicate. Is toxic. He doesn't know how to communicate. He might not like. Yeah, I think two insecure people who don't know who they are. And
don't you think that like this is what I think because I've seen that even from online. We'll get into like Will Smith and entanglement and all of that. But just like
shit. Okay. Didn't know we were going there.
It's part of the whole thing. But I think for me is that why don't you just open up and just tell, okay, listen, I'm insecure. I'm not sure about this relationship. I'm not sure about you. You're not sure about me. Why do you have to use your own insecurities to affect me? Then causing an issue because there's no communication. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just feel like go on.
Okay. I feel like maybe because sometimes it's easier to shut people out, and you just telling them like I'm not sure about this is basically you kind of opening the door slightly for them to come in and like help you. That's a like I said, it's just a creek where the person can somewhat become open. But if the person says no, I'm like, or just blow them off like I'm busy today, or no, I mean I got da. Like it's just like a way to just keep them out and not necessarily let them in.
So for a second, Trim, you and your girl, you guys are together. You guys are girlfriend and boyfriend. You guys love each other. Let's say at the stage you love each other and all of that,
Sorry, I'm getting cool. Sorry, I'm so sorry, guys. Like, if I'm hanging up, why are you calling me again? Don't do that. But anyway, sorry, go on.
That man is a man. Get it out, bro.
What did you say?
Yeah, man.
I don't have a man.
But yeah, like I was saying, Trim, you two love each other, all of this and all of that, the usual stuff, Are you telling me that I can't? Because we're both together, we should be able to be open. Why can't we be open? You know what I mean? That all adds up to toxicity. You know what I mean?
100.
You know what I mean?
Because I just feel like, what's the point of you not being together? Like, why are you actually together? Like, what is the actual point? Because that's draining for both of you. Like, come on. Like, as a woman, I feel like as a woman, we like to help. Like, women actually like to help. Like, just in general, I feel like that can turn into something toxic as well. Because you can be drawn to men that are insecure, men that are broken, men that are, and want to be able to fix them, and you are just damaging yourself, damaging him even more because you're still insecure yourself. You just want to fucking be in his business and all this bullshit, and he doesn't want to talk, and it's just a mess. I just feel like we need to normalize being healthy before we get into relationships. And I feel like because like we as humans, I feel like we crave love too much from people. We need to actually get our source from love and our like wholeness from God. But I feel like we like tend to go to other people and want we're drawn to brokenness, and like we connect on brokenness. So it's like and trauma as well. So it's like, oh, stop recording. Hold on.
No, I don't want to keep them.
So yeah, it's like we connect on trauma. So that I can meet a guy and he can go through something that I've been through in the past that I can relate to, and it's like, oh my god, yes. And then you guys just form the connection of your trauma, and it's like you form an attachment, and then you're not even meant for each other. You're toxic for each other, but you don't want to let go because of the trauma you connected on.
So why do you think people jump into relationships then? Because from what I've seen as well, is that like you're looking for something to make you feel whole, and you see that in that person, and you feel like that person completes you. Why do you need a person to complete you when you should be well within yourself? You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I just feel that it's not healthy for you to just rely and put your whole hope on somebody else, because that's a form of toxicness. Start putting your own problem onto someone else that they don't even understand your problems. Because how can you just come in and just say, like, oh, you don't care about me, you don't love me, la da 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 da. But then, like, how am I meant to understand you? This is where the biggest thing about relationships, yeah, is communication. You know what I mean?
And also, I feel like foundation as well. I feel like from the very beginning, we don't build foundations that are healthy. So we just go on to relationship. We just don't build. That's what it is. We don't build. We don't go into relationships building. We don't have the mindset of, cool, I want to be healthy. I want to build a healthy relationship. We just go in with our brokenness, and they come with their brokenness, and then we just wing it. And we're just toxic, and that's why we hurt people so much. Like, we actually hurt people, and we get hurt too, because we just we think about the moment and how we feel. We want to feel that love and that for other people, but it's just like, that ain't it. That is not it.
Yeah, I completely agree. Especially like, like you said, we are living in a world of like somewhat broken souls, where people are feeling, like I can't, like, but I might need someone to be that source of light for me. And then like, or that source of love, should I say. And then when the person does wrong, you while out, and then you have like a whole generation who sees this all on the internet, because everybody lives on this. Everybody lives on this. And when you see that on a daily on Shade Room or Shade Bar or whatever, you're just scrolling through, you're just like, bruv, like, this is mad. And then you hear the songs where it's like you said, toxicity is glamorized. And it's just like, where do we go from here? Because now we just have a bunch of people who, instead of loving themselves, they feel like they have to have the love from someone else. And human beings are human beings. It's a techie one still.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like we look up to like the culture of our society, like hip hop, movies, to get what idea of love is, and these ideas of love ain't healthy. So it's like we feel like for example, same with a cheating man, or the side chick culture is disgusting. Honestly, there'll be people talk about side chick culture. There'll be men talking about, oh yeah, A Boogie said one line, that I was just like, whoa. He's saying like, what did he say? Something about having sex with someone's girlfriend, yeah. And it's like these type of things are like glamorized in our culture, and we have young people in general, hearing these things and think it's okay because it's glamorized and it's praised. Like, oh yeah, I can take this guy's girl. What? I can sleep with this girl's man. The whole Jada Raider and Little Baby thing, girls coming out saying, oh, but your man likes my mouth. Why are you happy? Like, why are you happy about that? That's not. No, like, why are you happy that some guy is cheating on their girl with you? That's disgusting. I'm sorry, that's trash.
So
it's not cute.
A question to both of you then, yeah. We know that we as humans we like drama, yeah. But do you think that the attitudes and the immoralness of human beings are affecting relationships? And what I mean by that is that a man needs to, if like say for instance, yeah, cool, man, fuck 20 bitches and all that, all that type of stuff, yeah, and then like is accepted, yeah. Oh yeah, you fuck that chick, yeah, all of that, like cool. But then a girl does it, like, oh, you're a hoe, you're this, you're that. Does that affect relationships as well, like in that toxic world? Because I feel like that also builds up, because it also adds to be like, oh, I don't want to be with you. Oh, you fuck that next chick. Or even if you get together, let's say 6 months down the line, you guys are together, like, oh, you fuck that nigga back in the day, and it's just, he said, I'm like,
Wait, so can I ask you another question based on what you just said?
Yeah.
So, if you're going for a girl, yeah, what's the max body count you can have?
Oh my God.
I actually don't care. Me personally, I don't care.
Okay.
That's what you've done before. You're with me. That's it. I don't care. What do you think?
So you don't care. What about you?
I don't want someone that's been used, bro. Like someone that's like
Used?
yeah, because like you know, like because she's not like at 22. I'm going for a girl that's probably 22 and older. Like I don't want a girl that's just like been a bizzle, man. Like you know, but
So
then like
what's the max? What's the max?
I don't have a number. That's my thing because before when I was like let's say like 17, 2, bro, max. But even people that were like we know people that were in our sixth woman in our school doing a madness at a young age. So to me, it's just like not realistic. So me personally, I don't want to visualize a number because I don't want to see you like that. If I'm talking to a girl,
Would you ask her like?
I don't ask. I don't ask. I don't ask.
You
I don't want to know.
Where that conversation comes up then?
What do you mean?
Like if that conversation comes up, you guys are talking and you say, "Oh, what's your body count?" And then like, what? Then you kind of want to ask anyway. You're kind of
no,
Well, he doesn't want to know, so he don't want to ask.
know because like once I know, I'm not gonna look at you the same.
But don't you think that if I don't want us to go too much on the tangent in it, but it's still relevant to what we're saying. But don't you think that they just wanted to go through that stage for themselves? You know what I mean?
They're not allowed.
Some girls are they not allowed to go out and just be themselves?
Do you know what? I feel like it comes on the preference as well because you are allowed to have that preference. Like, I don't have a girl that's had sex with many boys because girls have that preference too. Like, I don't want a man that's had sex with many girls. However, I feel like in the culture, it becomes toxic to women because like there's some girls that she had a lot of boyfriends and she had sex with all of them. Like, what if she just went through a phase in her life where she just had sex with a lot of men? Like, she can do that if she wants to.
100%, you can do that, but either don't tell me. I mean, here's the thing: you don't have to tell me a number. You can say that you've been through things in your life. I don't want to hear the number. Like, if you've been through some stuff in your life, I get where you're coming from. Don't tell me the number because
you guys think that's toxic?
No, because at least you're honest enough to tell me that. Listen, it wasn't just you. Like I've had a time where I may have had a few boyfriends, or there was a time where I may have been doing X, Y, Z, and it was for the fun. That's cool. Tell me about it. Don't tell me the specifics.
Okay, that's fair enough.
You know
I've got a question for you guys as well. I got a question for you lot. So what do you guys think about crazy girlfriends and what is a crazy girlfriend to you?
Hey!
Basil first.
No, I think a crazy
firstly, what is a crazy girlfriend?
For me, a crazy girlfriend is someone who's just so pessimistic, man. Who's just so over the top, in your face every single
pessimistic?
Pessimistic. Am I using the right word? But someone who's basically...
I don't think you are. Because I'm more like negative.
Like someone who's always like kind of on the edge, innit? Like it's
who's on edge. Also, like every single second, I want attention every single second, and this and that. Someone who's every time bringing a problem to you for some goddamn reason why you have to solve it. Like it's not your problem at the end of the day.
Expand. What do you mean by that?
So what I mean by problem, as in, you either let's say you bring something from the past that's happened, or like they bring some external problems that they face on their own into the relationship.
For example,
I don't know an example, but just like something that's going. I don't know, but I don't know.
I feel like external problem. I feel like you be able to tell your partner what's going on in your life.
Yeah, but then like I'm not talking about in terms of like not telling you what's going on in your life, but I mean like letting that affect what's happening in the relationship. That's what I mean. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then after that, just poor communication. You just tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. You don't want to tell me what you think. You want to internalize it and then put the problem onto me. Why? That's a crazy girlfriend for me.
What about you?
Honestly, yeah, it's most of like what Vazel said, yeah, because like I've dealt with someone who hasn't necessarily been, she's not emotional in it, so I don't know like how to read a message or how to like read a voice of what she's saying. I kind of have to interpret it, which is like the opposite of what I want to do, because how do I move forward? I'm just going off what I think, but that may not necessarily be what you're thinking. Or what you mean by what
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah, I wasn't
like unemotional, nonchalant.
Come on, man, you got to give me something. But on the flip side of that, being too emotional, where it's just they're like I missed your call. I call you back 2 seconds later. Why didn't you call? Why did you? Like, babes, relax. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, so I think a lot of what Vazel said, but like being able to be as well, like he said as well, like bringing up past situations into the now. Like,
I
don't
definitely
bring
agree with that
what you
one.
used to argue about with your ex with me.
Yeah.
Man can do the dishes, but don't bring up this, that, and the other because of what he done. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't like. It's when it's me and you, it's me and you. If you want to be with him, like, listen, please go ahead. But I'm not gonna be a new updated version of your ex for you. Not this guy.
I agree. I feel like a lot of people, like a lot of women, anyways, we bring like past issues into new relationships. So trust issues, like your man cheated on you, your ex cheated on you, so you're just paranoid forever with a new man. But it's like you can't do that. Like you cannot come into a relationship with baggage. You need to have a clean slate. Like, and yeah, cool, you might have trust issues, but like don't let that affect your relationship, because it's like that's not him. It's not him. It's not him. And a lot of women are. Go on.
Go on.
A lot of people are crazy in the sense of like, women smash stuff. they wild out over mad stuff, like over crazy stuff. Like a woman can hit you. She can. Have you guys actually experienced like a proper crazy girlfriend? And let me ask you as well. So do you feel like unemotional women are toxic? Because do you know what? I feel like. Okay, yeah, never mind.
You go first, yeah. But what I'll quickly say, I think I'll add something in there, and I think it's from both sides as well. And we'll go into the man being toxic, pride as well. But we'll touch on that.
Pride, yes.
Yeah, I've never had a crazy girlfriend. Thank God. But like, I think being emotionless is, because me personally, I'll be honest, yeah, I'm not an emotional guy, but I do feel some type of way if I'm with someone and I let the person know, like, I would want to communicate and understand like what your love language is, so that I can fulfill.
That's good,
needs.
Man. Honestly, that's good.
Yeah, man, it's needed, because if I just go around thinking, oh yeah, she likes this when she clearly likes this, then I'm I'm fucking up. Do you get me? So like, I feel like if you're emotionless and like I can't get to you and you can't get to me, or like I express my feelings to you and then you don't receive it or get it back, or like you kind of toy with it, and I feel like yeah, that can be, because like, what if we get into a relationship and then I tell you how I feel, and then you just like, oh, okay, cool, or like something that's going on in your life, I'm trying to get to know what's going on, and you don't tell me how you feel. I just feel like I'm disconnected, and at some point, gonna grow and grow apart. Eventually, I'm just gonna have to go.
Yeah, I agree, because I feel like pride and like just trust issues and stuff are just so normalized and glamorized in relationships. Like, for example, who can like not text the longest, like when you had an argument, and like all these things, and it's just like, it's so pathetic. I feel like it's just so pathetic. It's just like, why do we have so much pride? coming into relationships. Like, and I also feel like one thing that men do that is very toxic, and I feel like it just glamorized is like, for example, your girlfriend comes to you about how she feels about something that maybe you've done, and you're not even taking it in. You maybe flip it or just say, "Oh, like you always do this," or like, "Oh," it's like, how do you go on from here if you're just saying, "Oh, I always do this," or your girlfriend's literally upset about something, and you're not taking it in. You're just like,
can I come through for that? Yeah, I've been on that. You guys can see me, by the way, yeah, because my thing.
Yeah.
I've been on that end of the stick before, where XYZs come to me, tell me about their problems. I'm not taking it in. And I think that comes from a place of
toxic.
I'm not toxic, okay? I'm not toxic. Please. Don't label me like all these other Nigerians. I'm me.
Oh.
Okay? That is. But no, what I'm saying is that it comes from the place of just like your ego actually kind of starts to get in the way a bit. Be like, oh, why you attacking me for? You're attacking me, man. You're attacking me. So
oh my god, I hate that. Like, why do you attack?
That's where it actually comes from. I'm not even joking. Like, I will tell you, I would not lie. I would lie if I'm saying, I would be lying if I say if it wasn't that. It comes from the place of sometimes you feel attacked. And the only way to do that is to flip it back at you. But then like, I've been in a position where I have to come back and kind of think, be like, okay, cool. Understand what you're saying. I think emotions run high as well. We need to remember emotional imbalance is a real thing. And I think as a society, we don't actually understand that. So in the heat of the moment, you might see it as being toxic, but sometimes it might just be an emotional imbalance. You know what I mean?
But that's why I feel like we need to understand, like, we need to be healthy. Because, like, you need to go into a situation and know, cool. You need to be level-headed and you need to be wise. Like, someone's coming to you about how they feel. All you need to do is listen, take it in, then respond accordingly. Why are you acting irrationally emotional? And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I used to be very toxic. And I feel like, yeah, I'm grown.
Explain. Let's go.
I feel like everyone. Pardon?
You talked about it on the New Year's Eve episode. Let's
did
go.
I?
You touched it slightly. I think you did.
I just like I'm grown.
Okay, so let's go back. Let's take you back to toxicness. What was that like?
For myself, I feel like it harms yourself. Like, I feel like, yeah, it harms you because you're not level-headed. You're not healthy. You're acting out on impulse. You're acting out on emotion. Like, you're not seeing situations how you should see it, the way it really is, because you're just mad. Like, you don't make sense. Like, you're just emotional and you just don't, yeah. It's not healthy.
So at that time, yeah, do you feel like you wanted too much of the control? You know what I mean? In terms of
in terms of
like when you guys were in like arguments or when you posed certain things, you just wanted to have all the power. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what that means.
Maybe
I feel like it's wanting to be heard. I think that's the way it comes from, wanting to be heard, probably, because it's like you feel like you're not being heard, so you feel like you need to pour out and say these things and like express yourself and do these things. So you just feel like I'm not being heard. This person's not understanding me. They're pissing me off. They're in the wrong. But it's like, yeah, and I feel like when you do that all the time, that's when it can become a thing where the other person is like, okay, if you come to me like this, I can be like closed off. You're gonna come to me with all this stuff, when it could be a time where you are making sense, you are being the rational one, something has really hurt you, and it really is something that it is valid, but because of how you act all the time, the person is just used to you coming and just being, not communicating healthily in a healthy manner. And it's not healthy for yourself because you're there thinking, cool, this guy's shit, fuck him, all this stuff. But it's like, you guys don't need to be like that.
Right. I hear that stuff.
I hear that.
It's a bit mad.
But on the flips, what? So I want to touch on social media actually. Yeah,
We need to round up as well, by the way.
we're going for another 5.
Yeah.
I want to touch on social media. Yeah, does social media? We already know it glamorizes it, but do you think that we are just too indulged in other people's business more so than ourselves, and that's affecting other people's relationships? You know what I mean? Trim, you're saying yes. Why?
Yes. These like, in fact, this started even before social media. Like, you know, when you'd have these like different like blog pages or what, not blog pages, but you know, these different magazines like, was it OK or one of them ones where you just got this person cheating with this person, or this one's wearing that, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Outside the hotel, you know, the paparazzi like picture or whatever, boom, boom, boom. And it's just been put on the phones now. So it's just that much easier for us to just look at. If you look at, again, Shade Room or Shade Bar, they have Shade Room has millions of followers. And it's a rare thing that they would post something positive rather than all the other stuff that goes on in the world. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they may say, oh yeah, big up the dads for this duty, or, you know, how do I put it? Something promotion for Fashion Nova or whatever it may be. Like, it's a rare thing to see like more positive than negative on social media platforms such as that. So it's also a thing of like, sometimes as well, some people, they put it out there, like some of the people we follow, like, how many followers has Future got? I just want to check that real quick, because he's a key part to in regards to toxic. If we're talking about it, dude has 60 million followers. So
50 million.
60 million followers, and people love his tunes. There's also the side of it where people are always commenting on other people's business as well, which in turn creates conversation, yes, but also creates the idea like, oh, I need to, oh, what's Finny doing now? Oh, can you imagine if she was doing this and that? Or what if he would have been like if she was here with...
It's gossiping, isn't it?
It frustrates me. Because like, you can really make a mountain out of a mole. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if I walk with somebody and I laugh with them down the road, I could have a friend or someone who knows me think, oh, like, Trey, is that your girlfriend? Wait, I saw you was talking to such and such. Big man, I'm just walking with a friend. Can I not bust jokes? Do you know what I mean? Even like, sometimes, bro, I've been at parties with aunties and that, and then I'm just standing next to my god sister, who they don't know, but I'm just laughing and joking with it. Say, hey, is this your girlfriend? I say, hey,
I've got a question.
What's going on here? I didn't come here for all that. This is my god sister. What do you know what I mean? It's like, no, auntie, this is no.
I've got a question.
Question, what's up?
Do you guys find it toxic when like a girl? Well, it is. Like when a girl like wants to control where you go and who you're around and like
yes,
all that stuff. What do you think? What do you like wanting like maybe to have like female friends? Like, do you feel like that's like valid, or do you feel like?
I think having a female friend is not a bad thing. Yeah, I think what it comes from, it's the insecurity and boundaries. So
what do you mean by boundaries?
So what I mean by boundaries, as in that, okay, cool. You're cool with your female friend here and there. There's a line that shouldn't be crossed. If you cross that line, problem. Then on the other side is your insecurity. Is like, is he gonna go? Is he gonna eventually catch feelings for her? Is he gonna decide to one day break up because they become too close, and X, Y, and Z, and then you just be like, okay, nah. You're not telling me that you don't want me to hang out with a person, but you're like,
you might move a bit weird.
Yeah, you might move a bit weird about the situation, and that's where it's just like sometimes we also as men need to come out and say, listen, okay, cool, it's not like that. You have to trust me on this one. We're cool. It's not.
You know what the
like
men need to do? I feel like men just don't make women feel secure in relationships, because I feel like prior you should already be doing that before an issue even starts. Like I feel like because just for security's sake, just in general, you take initiative and be like, oh yeah, with my friend, this is who she is, blah blah blah. Like, why can't we do those stuff? Like, why is it that we don't want to do that? Like, why? Why is it a thing? Like, why is it like?
because sometimes they just don't feel the need to. So they just
But
don't
that's
feel like,
but that's the thing. I feel like we need to have initiative in relationships, and it's about, I feel like it's about building healthy relationships, because we know these type of things happen, and to avoid certain things we should take initiative in relationships. And she might not even care, but the fact that you have taken initiative to tell her that, do you know what, this is my friend, blah 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 blah, because you know that woman can make me feel a type of way about something, or just out of respect doing it. It's about being intentional. It's about being intentional.
I hear that.
One thing I think is I just feel like we don't really think in relationships. Like, for example, like that should be something that we should be doing in general. Like, because we have to build healthy relationships. Relationships don't come from nowhere. You have to be intentional and take initiative in certain things, because we have experience in relationships. We know that things can go left. We know that people can feel insecure. We know that these things can happen. So it's just about like being intentional, taking initiative, and being the one to be like, all right, cool, this is this and this is that, regardless if the person cares or not, just so that that problem doesn't arise anyways. And what I do think is toxic is that the control aspect of it. But I'll come back to that though. I feel like thing about men do, they're very manipulative. Like, and I'm sure you guys can agree that you guys are manipulative.
I'm not.
Okay, maybe you should be more self-aware then. But no, I'm joking. I feel like
manipulative in what sense? That's the question.
In so many ways, like I feel like men like to twist how women feel, make it seem like they're crazy when they're really not. Like I feel like men like to make girls feel like they're crazy so much, but it's like, I'm not crazy. Like, I'm not crazy.
Don't females do the same thing?
No.
No.
We don't. Okay, we're not talking about females.
No, really think about it for a second. You have a problem there, and then you want to flip it back onto me. Is that not
right now? You're being manipulative, because why are you saying that I'm coming that I'm flipping the problem? I'm not flipping the problem. The man is flipping the problem. We're talking about the men being manipulative. Yeah, just that.
Yeah, but don't. So are you telling me that women are not manipulative then?
I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that.
Yeah, we'll let you finish your point, but are women manipulative?
Of course, we're human beings.
Just so that there's like equal playing field, isn't it? But go on, continue.
Right. See, you lot. I didn't do that when you lot were talking about women, about equal playing field. Please.
Because girls want to say that men are trash. Like Chip said,
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I don't think that's okay to say. I used to be like that. I used to say that men are trash.
Me neither. I don't feel like that. I never felt like that, innit? But like, if girls want to say like that, all right, cool. Are we gonna act like every girl's the cream of the crop? Like,
actually no. That's cool. That's the thing. I feel like women like to act innocent when they're really not innocent.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to like throw out there. But yeah, you can continue your point.
Yeah, but this is so manipulative, guys. No, but I do feel like men are so manipulative, and like they make it seem like we're crazy, and then like we'll just be like, cool, whatever. Then we go back and think, wait a minute, that's not actually true. Like, yeah, they like to like really flip situations and act like they are sane when they're really not sane at all.
Yeah, I know.
And they think we're dumb. You guys think we're dumb.
It's true.
Nah.
Thank you.
No, it's true. Not me, but some women do.
Me personally, no. But yeah, I would. Okay, cool. I would agree with that stuff.
Yeah,
But me
Thank
personally,
you.
but women are like, if we're being real, like women are smarter than men still. Like,
100%.
yeah, and they outsmart us every time.
Do you know what's so funny? Yeah, because it's like you hear girls talking about like how men think we're so not smart, but we really have the upper hand. Like we always have the upper hand, and you guys just are just not clued up
It's true. It's
at
true.
all.
it's true.
It's true. Yeah, it's the truth, bro.
Quickly, yeah. I did say entanglement. I want to touch on that quickly. What's your guys' thoughts of stuff like that? Why was that all? Because that's all part of toxic nature. You know what I mean?
On what?
Entanglement. Jada Smith. Jada Smith. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Will Smith.
Yeah.
August.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
What do you think?
Cool.
What's this? He wants to
Do you want
start.
to go first?
Oh, you go first. You go first. I didn't hear what you said.
Wait, who's going first? I was saying you could go first.
Shouldn't go first. I didn't actually hear what you said, Akuya. Sorry.
Oh, okay. It's mad because like that was my guy growing up, man. Like Will Smith and that Fresh Prince, all of that. I think like in regards to toxicity.
Yeah, in regards to toxicity, yeah. Like,
As in, like, do we feel like what she did was toxic or what? Like,
yeah, basically, what did you think was like toxic about the relationship, and then also why
about
was
whose relationship?
about Jada and Will Smith's relationship?
Jada and
Like,
Will.
you know what I mean?
I feel like I can't really say because firstly, I'm not in the relationship, and secondly, I don't really feel like I don't see the toxicness of the relationship. I just feel like shit, whatever they went through, they went through. Like that's how I personally feel. I feel like they've been together for how many years? Like over 10 years. Like whatever they decided to happen happened. I don't necessarily feel like that's toxic. I feel like they just went for something in a relationship and that's okay.
I hear that. Me personally, I feel like I think they said on the Red Table Talk where they were feeling like the marriage is kind of like done or whatnot, and they weren't feeling like they were together like that anymore. So they started to venture off and like live their own lives to try and make themselves happy. It's just for the fact that they said August wasn't feeling good in himself, like he was feeling broken, and it's only after Jada had a somewhat relationship with him that she started to feel broken as well, and that she could be the one to fix him. But you didn't realize that before you open your legs, no? Like, but each to their own. In like you said, it's their relationship. But
that sounds toxic, though.
That's what I'm thinking in regards to the topic. But
yeah,
me personally, the thing that hit hard for me was like, that J. Cole lyric where, I want that real love, dark skin that Viv love, that J that real love. Boy. Nah, because I remember at the end of the Red Table Talk here where they talk about like, they do the Bad Boys lyric, Bad Marriage for Life or something like that. I was like, nah, like that screamed no to me. Like that gave me chills. I can't even lie. And
they're probably gonna make like something like a joke out of a serious situation,
right? And like, I don't know how well August is still doing to this day because they're saying this happened 4 years ago. So after that interview, after all of this hoopla, does anybody check for him like that anymore?
He made a song,
That was it, right?
He made a song with I think Rick Ross.
I think yeah.
Called Entanglement.
And then after that, like, who's checking for him now? Who's checking on his mental health? Is he like, how does he get better from this? Because that was just a moment in time for that season. It was a trending topic, and it just
and he was really young as well. The age difference as well. It's mad.
Yeah,
very mad.
That's the big part about it as well. It's the social media aspect of it. Is the people talking about it. I think that's what really made it toxic. Like you both said, it wasn't the situation of their relationship and all of this and all of that. It was more to just do with everybody butting in.
Mm.
You know what I mean? But then at the same time, them man open the floor because they felt like they just wanted to talk about it. So
that's always gonna happen as well with social media. They're always gonna have something to say, like always.
It's true.
You know,
always.
Well, yeah, I think guys. Wait. Go.
I want to bring the last topic because I feel like we didn't mention this, and I think it's the biggest of them all.
Go on.
Cheating is so normalized.
Yeah.
Cheating is literally the biggest thing ever, and it's so normal. But that ain't it. I'm sorry, that's not it. And I feel like a lot of people give excuses for men, like, oh, they're just men. I mean,
I'm not agreeing with cheating, but I won't lie. For some circumstances, I can understand it.
For example,
I don't condone it, but I can understand it. For example, a man is used to getting it from his wife, or his girl, whatever. And she's now pregnant. He can't go through for 9 months and some time because obviously the baby in it. So maybe like rubbing one out is not gonna be enough for men. I'm not saying I agree with it, but men are built with more testosterone, and we're built to.
I can't believe you're saying this right now.
No, I can't believe it.
Thank you, Bezo. Thank you.
I'm not disregarding what you're saying, though. I'm not disregarding what you're saying. Yeah. I just feel that for you to really think to that level.
Hey, the world is a crazy place, bro.
Like seriously, that's toxic in itself.
100%.
Even though notes and is it a Leo Ray? I don't know who the wife is or the ex-girlfriend. But notes and the ex-girlfriend, like, even though we heard allegedly Notes didn't cheat, this and that, the thought of actually just like, you know,
can we just take that example out and just leave them and just talk about hypothetically, please?
Yeah,
no, I'm talking about hypothetically. Well, I don't care about the actual relationship itself, but I'm putting that scenario in. But like, to think to that level, to actually say, nah, I can't deal with this, and I'm just gonna have to. That's the only way to out. Like, that's mad.
I think you have issues and you can sort yourself out. Firstly, that's what I feel like, because how can you not have self-control? Firstly, I'm having your child, as in like. Psychologically, it's a lot, biologically, psychologically, mentally, emotionally, it's everything, I'm carrying your child. You're telling me going to have sex with another woman because you can't take it. You're a slave to your flesh, and you need to sort yourself out.
That's true.
Like, that's not normal. I'm sorry, that shouldn't be normal. Like, that is not normal. That is a sickness, because your wife, your girlfriend is having a baby, and you're gonna sleep with someone else because you cannot hold temptations. You need to seek help, because if you cannot contain yourself, you need to, like, that's going to spill out in all aspects of your life. And that ain't it. Like, a whole baby and you can't contain. Nah, that is. And people actually like, and I actually hear that because that's normal. It's actually a thing. Like, and that can be seen as acceptable because it's like, having a baby. Like, what can I do? But as Rachel said, in that in itself is very toxic. Like, that is. Man,
there's just something not right. And
that's
cheating,
it's
a sickness. And I feel like cheating is a very, 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 very
serious
as fuck. That's the best way I can
spiritually, that is not, because you're bringing spirits into your relationship. You're literally having sex with someone else. Spiritually, that is mad. Mentally, emotionally, everything. Like,
it's just everything to do with it. It's just like a bag of trash. You know what I mean? Nothing is ever nice in there. You know what I mean?
It's so normal.
No second chances for that.
No second chances.
I mean, it's gonna be like, regardless, he's the baby daddy, isn't it? Like, and you two were together. It was just a slip up. You're not giving him a second chance.
That's not a slip up. That's a choice. That is not a slip up.
no,
choice
no.
is a choice. You have to live by your choice. I can't lie. You have to
Like,
live by
I feel like in general, like loyalty is such a big thing for me. Like, it's not just about cheating; it's about every aspect of life. It's like you should hold that to high regard. Like, that should be something that in your mind you feel like I can never do, because loyalty, like, it's a loyalty. Like, I can't do that to someone because I have that value instilled in me. And I just feel like you need to check who you're with, because like in general, in relationships, you're gonna go through shit all the time. So what, when you go through stuff, you're gonna be at the door to the next girl. Like, you need to have that value in you before you step into a relationship, like, because it can't run.
That's a self and self-discipline, boy.
It really is. It really is, because you need to have integrity.
Exactly. True. You know. So I think just to round up, and we've gone on an hour again.
I actually have one more thing to say. I'm so sorry, guys, but
quickly,
okay,
because I want to just ask you guys one last question as well.
Okay. We normalize like cutting people off like straight away, and I realized that's a problem for me as well that I had. Anyways, like someone does this, you're gone. Someone does that, you're gone. And I feel like we don't have grace in relationships, and I just feel like that can also come from like abandonment issues and trust issues and all these things. Like, I just feel like that can become very toxic, and it is toxic. And we don't let people in, and we don't allow us to really like enjoy and be and grow in relationships because of those issues we have.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with that stuff. We need to be healthy within ourselves. We need to be able to grow, and we just need to accept sometimes our faults too. And and as the other couple on the other side, we need to accept that. Cool, I'm gonna make mistakes. Cool, there's times where you need to be hard on me, but there's times you need to sympathize with me because I am
100%.
At the same time, you need to take your own self. You have to take your own initiative to say, okay, I have to make the change for myself. I have to make the change for the other as well. So it's a joint effort.
Sorry, go on.
No, that's what I was going to say. It's a joint effort.
Because I feel like even with that, I feel like in terms of like we make mistakes, I feel like we need to have grace for ourselves as well. Because I feel like for me, like I find it hard. Like if I do something like a mistake, like maybe I've not even offend, but like maybe do something that hurts someone in a way. It could be small. I feel like I can't take that for myself. I feel like, oh my God, like I hurt this person that I love. Like that's a lot for me. So I feel like we need to have grace for ourselves in order to say, okay, like I'm a human being and like I'm not perfect. So like you need to have the space to grow and to be understanding of yourself and of your partner. And I feel like you just need to facilitate a place in your relationship where you both can grow and just like, yeah, grow really and learn from your mistakes and stuff.
Definitely, 100%. So I think just round up, how can, to ask both of you this question, how can we prevent toxicity or toxicness from a relationship? What are some of the things that we need eradicated?
I would say, like, firstly, just aim for self-love. That needs to become more of a normal thing. Discipline as well, self-discipline, integrity, all the things that we talked about before. I feel that needs to be like an actual normal before we like step into a relationship thinking that the person owes me something or feel like I need to gain something from them. I think as well, like people need to take a break from like social media and just media in general, because like that helps to clear your mind and make you realize that this thing isn't real. Like love is real, like, you know, not how many likes you get on your photo or comments or this, that, and the other. Cool, it's like good to enjoy. I sound like an old person now. It's cool to enjoy some of that stuff, but like at some point, you know, you got to cut it off and like really recognize who you are and not get lost in all of that.
I love that.
Yeah.
I greatly agree with everything he says. Like, honestly, I feel like turn off your phones, because I feel like social media, we did an episode on that already, but like I feel like it affects how we see relationships and how we see ourselves and how we navigate in relationships. I feel like real love, true love is good, and we can't understand love through these relationships that are toxic online. We need to actually have love within ourselves before we can give. We can't give love if we don't have love within ourselves. Like, people go into relationships broken, unhappy, not having inner peace, and that just doesn't work at all. We're gonna leave broken, even more broken, and breaking someone else. And I feel like if you love someone, you wouldn't enter a relationship knowing that you have these issues that could hurt them. So I really feel like we need to normalize being single and having a season of singleness and just growing in that season before we enter any relationship. And let's normalize like just being single. Like, you don't have to be with someone. Like, it's actually okay to be single and then wait for the right person for you. Like, it's not by force to be with someone. Like, you have friends. Like, you can have male friends, female friends. Like, have friendships. Like, romantic relationships is not by force at all.
100%. And I think also we just need to learn from, even though we're in this social media and everything, we need to turn it off. Yes, we need to be away from all these things. When you're on it, learn from it. Learn from these people. Learn from the relationships that are not going so well. How do I say, how do I not just add, how do I not do, oh, I'm adding to the drama, but be like, okay, cool. I don't want to be like that. So how should I act when I'm with the person? You know what I mean? Those are all the things that you got to start to process through your mind. And then from there, I do with the self-love, I do with care and attention, humility, all of the things that we just said. Then your relationship will start to move smoothly. And for me personally, and for you definitely, you understand, God in the center of the relationship.
Yes, that's what we need. That's what we need. Honestly, I can't do it. I can't do it without God. I cannot do it. And also, one more thing that I would say is like being intentional in your single season. So, because we're going to end up with relationships regardless. So why not take that time while you're single to actually grow and understand how to navigate in relationships healthily? Like, watch podcasts, watch experts, do the research, do the work within yourself.
What's us? Drop the gems, man. Drop the gems. Yes, thank you guys for watching. I know it's been an hour and a bit, and I know you guys probably whatever time, morning, evening, whatever. You guys are listening, enjoying. Just form an opinion. Comment down below what you guys think. Any questions that you have for us. We might do an Instagram follow up on toxic relationship. Who knows? But we're here to end it today. Thank you so much for watching, and Trim,
thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for coming. Thank you so much for coming here.
Quickly, we'll put your socials down, but do you want to shout out yourself quickly? Anything you want to come up, or you know what I mean?
My Instagram is Tremont D, so TREMOND. That's my personal one. My brand is New Day, new_DEIGH. My clothing is.
What's your clothing brand? What do you guys do quickly as well?
My clothing brand?
Yeah.
So, long story short, me and Vincent, we just thought about a sketch that was based around Hitch, because I was a big fan of Will Smith. So we just done a little bit of research by DMing different girls, and I came up with the scripts, got the people involved. We shot it right before I went to uni, and the title, it was called No More Mr. Nice Guy, talking about like how somebody could be a simp and not trying to overdo it, but just be confident and be themselves in order to get the girl. So me today, I still see myself as a nice guy, not as a simp, but just as like a cool guy to be around, not even trying to boast myself up. And like, you don't have to be like a bad boy or a bad bee to like do what you want to do. You can be nice and still flex, man. Like, having that confidence within yourself is what it's all about. So
facts.
That's what nice guy's all about.
We'll link my boys. We'll link his clothing line. Go check it out. We've got some nice stuff, nice tracksuits and all of that. So check it out and hit it up. And yeah, that's it for today, guys. So
thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you watched to the end and listened to the end, because it was a long episode. But yeah, hopefully you got something from it. And yeah, heal.
Let us guys know what you guys think of this format as well, because it's new to us, you know what I mean? So
yeah, there might be a few issues like maybe audio and stuff, but bear with us as well.
Bear with us as well, please. Well, thank you very much, guys, and see you guys next time.